Good day. Thank you for joining us for today's news. If you find this helpful, please consider subscribing. We're here every day with calm, clear updates, just for you.
Drug dealers in New Zealand are openly advertising the sale of Class A drugs on Facebook Marketplace, with Meta facing criticism for its delayed response. After the NZ Herald investigated the prevalence of illegal drug ads, Meta reminded the New Zealand Drug Foundation, highlighted the irony that Migo as flux. The situation has raised concerns about the risks to children and the potential failure of Meta's systems in detecting and removing illegal drug listings. Meta stated it has removed numerous illegal ads and will continue to enforce its policies against the sale of illegal drugs.
Rocket Lab's shares have skyrocketed over 800% in just a year. Even as the company reports multi-million-dollar losses, investors are betting on the future of the space industry despite the lack of current partnerships. The company with the European Space Agency and is on track to launch its 60-acre with the upcoming Neutron rocket. Rocket Lab could unlock billions in contracts, but experts warn that the high valuation is based on future potential, not current earnings. If the company continues to deliver, the share price might keep rising. However, if optimism fades, even a small Rocket Lab's growth is real. But the question remains, can it keep up with the sky-high expectation?
In Auckland, a debate over private helicopters in residential areas has reached a critical point. Councillors agree on the goal of banning such operations, but the method to achieve it is still in question. Councillor Mike Lee pushed for a citywide ban, but council staff warned it would be difficult to can ration from the Environment Court. First, a move Lee called an ambush, while some councillors support the amendment, believing it more likely to succeed. Others argue the minister would not block the change. The outcome hinges on legal and political maneuvering, with the Environment Court challenge ongoing. As the situation unfolds, the future of the helicopter ban remains uncertain.
Hulk Hogan, the legendary wrestler and media personality, has passed away at the age of 71. Known for his iconic career in wrestling, Hogan's life was marked by both immense success and significant controversy, tape and a public apology for using racist language. His legacy.
Cheryl Waaka was once a celebrated athlete, a member of the Black Ferns and a proud mother of 2 teenagers, but her life took a dramatic turn when she was diagnosed with stage 4 bowel cancer. The former champion, who had been healthy and active, found herself in excruciating pain just days after participating in a Moray tournament. A series of ambulance transfers and emergency surgery revealed a tumor that had spread to her liver. Waaka's journey has sparked a national conversation about the need for earlier cancer screening, especially for Maori and Pacific communities. Despite the challenges, she's determined to fight, turning to the community for help. Her story is not just one of personal struggle, but also a call to action for better health policies. Waaka hopes her legacy will be remembered not only for her athletic achievements but for the strength she shows in the face of adversity. She believes that earlier screening could have changed her fate and is urging others to take her message seriously.
A major class action lawsuit involving ANZ and ASB in New Zealand could affect over 150,000 customers. The case is now under review by lawmakers who are considering a proposed law change that may significantly impact.
Rocket Lab, a New Zealand-based space company, has seen its share price soar by more than 800% in the past year. Despite reporting multi-million-dollar losses, investors are betting on the company's future potential, driven by successful recommendations to us, Yufaik Nais, Yimbai Utianj. However, some analysts warn that the current valuation is based on a lot of speculation and could be fragile if the company's growth doesn't meet expectations, with a backlog of over $1 billion in signed contracts and a strong revenue stream from its space systems division. Rocket Lab is positioned for growth.
New Zealand is bracing for a return of heavy rain and strong winds, with forecasters warning of a significant weather shift by the end of the week. The calm and cold spell that has gripped the country is expectedly impacting the South Island and northern regions. Met Service forecaster Samkalo Magwala says a front is moving in from the Tasman Sea, bringing light showers to Fiordland starting tomorrow. However, the real change is expected by Tuesday, with heavy rain and strong winds predicted for the northern parts of the country. The severe weather alog hailog, the Tasman Mayor Tim King expressed concerns about the potential impact of the upcoming weather, noting that the region had enjoyed a reprieve, but warned that this may not be enough to prevent further damage. Local authorities are urging residents to remain vigilant and prepared for the resilience of communities across the country.
Newly qualified early childhood teachers in New Zealand are set to face a significant pay cut with up to $22 million in lost earnings over the next 2 years. The government is moving to end the pay parity scheme, which had previously offered higher funding to centers that matched the salaries of teachers. This change means new teachers will start at the lowest pay scale, regardless of their qualifications. Sector leaders are outraged, calling the decision appalling and warning that it could discourage future teachers from entering the profession. Critics argue that the government is shifting rather than addressing the sector's challenges. While the government claims the move is part of efforts to make early childhood education more viable, educators fear it could lead to more center closures and a decline in the quality of care for young children. With an independent funding review underway, the long-term impact of this policy on the sector remains unclear.
New Zealand is facing a significant risk of missing its 2050 climate target, according to the latest report from the Climate Change Commissions. The report warns that current government actions are not enough to ensure long-term success. The Commission highlights that New Zealand is on track to meet. One of the key concerns is the uncertainty around carbon capture and storage in the gas sector. The report emphasizes the need for urgent action before 2029, as many projects require long lead times to reduce emissions effectively. Joe Henley, the Commission's chief executive, rail emissions have fallen steadily since 2019. But emissions from electricity generation rose in 2023 due to increased fossil fuel use. The Commission recommends shift to renewable energy and cleaner transport. It also warns that recent government actions, such as introducing road use. However, the report acknowledges some positive steps, including plans to update the ETS and streamline the approval process for renewable electricity. Jerry.
That's all for today's news. We appreciate your time. If you enjoyed this update, please consider subscribing. Your support helps us keep going.